if you look around, and if you've been here before, this is our typical set. This is our typical. This is our typical set, but from a different angle. And with different lighting. And with a different idea altogether. ASMR Let's Decorate. Featuring all sorts of brand new props we've ever used before. Never used before. We're almost basically completing this whole new set by adding this little table over here. And this is the desk that we usually have all of our recordings at. So usually you're seeing me from this angle on, but today we're gonna be cleaning this off and decorating it with brand new props, like I said. And we'll have some lo-fi vibes, but some fast and aggressive-ish triggers mixed in throughout. Let's get started with cleaning it off and with giving you a better view of what it actually is. Just basically an end table. It's got a glass top up here. We're gonna be disinfecting it because I got it from the thrift store for $10. I've been waiting for a good end table to finish this little set that we have over here because I've had so many props that I know I wanted to use for this set. So I'm very excited. And I hope that you guys are excited for more ASMR. Let's decorate in the future because we have more sets to decorate. And I am very excited. Let's get into cleaning it. Let's get into cleaning. Let's get into cleaning. One quick coat on the top part here. Just to go ahead and disinfect it, and I think that should just about do it. I think that should just about do it. It's also got a little lower layer to it that will also clean, but that'll also be very quick. That'll also be quite quick. Okay, and there you have it. We're gonna move on right away to getting that lower level cleaned up. Lower level cleaned up. There we go. I'm always afraid when I take one of these out of here because sometimes it can be a battle to even get it out of the container. Okay. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna have to turn around real quick. Y'all, it's really low. I have to like really bend to get in there. Alright guys, we actually did it. I did not think I was gonna be able to fully reach. But that's it. And then our cleaning is done with. And I can show you all these awesome props. I've been so excited. So excited to use. And if you've liked this concept for ASMR. Let's decorate. In a moment here, I'll let you know what the next ASMR Let's Decorate will be. Okay. I can't wait to watch this one back and see how far down I'm bending for the cleaning process. But guys, now we get to actually decorate the table. But I did just promise I would talk about the next ASMR Let's Decorate, which is going to be a set literally exactly where I'm facing, so close to this set. But it's going to be a sit-down set with a nice little like bookshelf and carpet, and get my like really small tripod out. It's going to be very close by to this set, but it won't include a desk. It'll be kind of like this, kind of like a video where I'm right up in your face, right next to you. Let's get straight into the props, guys. I know for a fact I want to start with this one. This is a fake plant. It's not real. The leaves really rustle a lot with this one. So as decent as these sounds are, I'm thinking we might just set it aside right away. And I already know where I'd like to put it, to be honest with you. I think right about there works, right at the very end over here. Also, I'd hate to interrupt the video, but I'm on a rolling chair right now and it makes quite a bit of noise. So you may hear that, but I'm sure it'll be okay. I'm sure it'll be okay. What to use next? Well, let's do this one. So this is a beautiful decoration that I got also thrifting. I had to check the tag on it. I also got this while thrifting with this like orange candle inside. And these like autumnal leaves in there as well. I think it's so cool. It's one of my coolest decorations right now. It's got a little mirror in there, but then it's got this transparent glass as well. It's got this transparent glass as well. So it's just in time for autumn, for fall. But also there's already so much like leaf plant imagery going on over here. I think it's the perfect decoration for over here. So let's go ahead and get this one put up as well. And I don't have like sprinklers or anything in my apartment, so I feel like I could totally light this candle without being like too afraid of if alarms go off or anything. I think I'd be fine. I don't know. I think I'd be fine. But I don't know where to put this, to be honest. I'm gonna give you a clearer view of this table over here. I'm really not sure. I think it makes a lot of sense to just put it pretty close by to this one. And remember, it's a head-on view this way. So I'm almost kind of wondering if we want to put it right here. I think that looks okay. You know what? Let's put up two things at the same time. I want to make sure it's perfect. And that would be our last little plant here. All of which are fake. Because I'm not even responsible enough to take care of a cat, I would say. So, I don't want to test out my luck on plants just yet. Well, this plant was on clearance at Target for like $7, and this glass casing was like $3 at this thrift store, and this was also $3 at the thrift store. So it's quite perfect. Quite perfect. Now, having something like this, these are all of my plants. I wonder, I'm imagining, let me cook real quick. I'm imagining we could do something kind of like that, but I don't know if that looks perfect or not. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at it for a moment. So how about some finger fluttering in the meantime? It's certainly not bad. I'm eventually gonna be getting pretty fancy curtains over here, so I really can't have the candle be next to them. I don't personally think. I think this is what we're doing for now. By the time I upload again, this might look a tiny bit different, but I know I want this here. And I know I want this kind of close to over here. Let's stick with it for now. I think there's a vision coming together here. I think there's a vision coming together over here. Together. I bought this a long time ago. And I love him so much. It is my little farmer bird that is only brought out for the fall seasons, and he sticks around through the winter. Honestly, I feel like something like this could kind of go all year round, to be honest. And I knew as soon as I picked him up for today's video that he was going to make great sounds. Coincidentally, I don't know if you can hear, but there's bird sounds out there right now. I was kind of wondering if we could get him. I don't want to just create like this wall of things, right? So let's put that right there, and maybe, no, here's what we'll do. I have an idea. We're gonna put this back. I moved his little rake here. Now we can actually get him to be right here. Here's what I'm thinking. This now comes together as its own little specific area. This is an amalgamation of things that are kind of fall and foliage themed, okay? So what does that mean for me? That means that now that this section is things put together all in one, we want to move to another section up here and start decorating. That's probably gonna be right behind me over here. So that's what we're gonna focus on now. And to be quite honest with you, we really don't have that much more to put up there. I think we just have one last thing to put up there. No. Yeah, just one last thing to put up there. So, this little guy right here. When my group and I play D&D together, they see the exact same angle as my typical videos. So, I thought it'd be cool if they could see my little D&D character in the background, who will someday be painted, I'm sure, but he's not like messed up yet, so I kind of don't want to paint him just yet. I've used this as a trigger a couple different times. This was made for me by my older brother, who has a 3D printer. Okay, now this guy, I feel like it can go right here. Let me make sure I don't bump anything here. I feel like you can go right there. Yeah, I think that works out fine. I'm pretty sure that works out fine. Because again, you won't see this from this angle. You'll see it from this on. And I think if we put something with him, I have an idea. This initially wasn't going to be part of the video. It's very loud and abrasive. But it's a collapsible dice tower. So I think putting that next to him would actually be quite perfect. Okay, let's do it. I believe we have officially cooked. It does not look insanely good, but it's also not done yet. I think it looks actually pretty nice, especially with this little section over here, especially with that little section over there. So now it's a matter of getting just a couple things on the bottom part. Now you guys won't see what goes on the bottom part, but you also won't see that bottom part in typical videos anyways. So I'll just show you the props. We'll focus more on the sounds than anything else. Starting with something quite fun actually. These are my tarot cards. It's backwards now, but it says Dante, D-A-N-T-E, D-A-N-T-E, Tarot, T-A-R-O-T, T-A-R-O-T. These are my tarot cards. I lost my first ever set of tarot cards, but my dad knows how much I love the Divine Comedy. Which is the Inferno, Purgatorio, and Paradiso. And these are really beautiful cards too. Okay. I'll just go ahead and show you one card. And maybe this one card will say something about this video. I believe we got the two of... I wonder if this would be the Two of Swords. I have another bird right there. And some more bird sounds out there too. The Two of Swords. Maybe somebody in the comments can let me know what that means for all of us and what it means for all of you watching. As well, be sure to let me know if you'd like to have any sort of ASMR tarot video in the future. I think that'd be really cool. Now, as far as where to put this, we have all sorts of locations that this could work in if we decide not to put it on the bottom part as well. I'm almost considering continuing to have it be on the top with the other things we've done so far. But I don't know. No, I have an idea. Oh, wait. Okay, I have an idea. We're just gonna put it very close to us on the bottom part here. It's now been done. Okay. Up next, we are going to do some books in a very particular order. And these are all books that have something to do with writing in some way. Writing, W-R-I-T-I-N-G, writing. Writing. I know exactly where I'm putting this stuff. And the reason I have so many books on writing and map making and particularly fantasy and science fiction and how to write it is because my family is well aware that I am a fantasy sci-fi author. Not published, also not done yet. I'll write a book fully at some point. So in order to help me out, they give me gifts like these on occasion for birthdays or for Christmas. I also know exactly where this is going. We had just enough room for it. At first I thought maybe this was too large of an end table, but honestly, it's kind of become the perfect size for what I've needed. Next book. Literary Wonderlands. It says that the general editor is Laura Miller, which sounds kind of familiar. Guys, crisis averted. That almost slipped right out of the dust cover. We'll be a little bit more careful now. I believe this book is all about like world building and like different stories. I think so. Not really sure. The other one was about maps that get used in fantasy stories. Okay, perfect. Our next book is one that I think I bought for a college course. So there's probably like notes in here, and what an awful shade of like neon yellow. I almost don't want to put this up. I think I might not put this one up because it's such an abrasive color compared to everything else, honestly. And I'm not really sure how much I want to be reminded of college. Nah, it wouldn't be that bad. But the color. The Making of a Story is what it's called. The color is just not doing it for me. I'm gonna make an executive decision here and say that we're just not gonna put this up. Yeah. Although, I was gonna check to see if I highlighted anything, but I'm pretty sure I bought this for the course and then did not read it. Making this our final book. Writing at W-R-I-T-I-N-G, writing fantasy and science fiction. Fantasy and science fiction. Fantasy and science fiction. tried this one yet, but I'm really excited too because world building is one of my favorite things to do, and also map making. So those ones being about world building and map making are nice for me, but I feel like this one might just kind of go into how to make the best story out of it, and I absolutely need that. I was checking the other stuff that we have there. Over here where the props are all at. And we've got some interesting things coming up. That's so much better than if the neon yellow book would have been included. It looks fantastic down there now. I'm sorry that you guys can't see. This is just some spare D&D dice. Just some spare D&D dice. And we'll just, I don't know. Where am I going to put this actually? I don't know. I might put this up in a second, but we weren't going to use the D&D dice for many triggers anyways, because the other spare dice I have make very abrasive noises as well. Instead we'll put up this, which is our book of holding, and there's just a bunch of grid paper in here for D&D to make grids for combat. And we're going to be putting that away in a second too. The actual item we're going to be putting away on the bottom part over here is my DM screen. And if you've ever seen a DM screen, this is probably the one that you've seen. It's very classic. I would almost go as far as to say basic at this point. But it is my only one. And if you open it up, you'll see a nice big old dragon on it, and then some game rules on the inside. If I can, yeah, some game rules on the inside. But I don't have a home game right now, and I'm not even DMing anyways. So it's just gonna go on the set. Okay, let's go ahead and get this put away. I have a feeling that we're going to be putting it closer to the center on this bottom part here. Whereas basically with every decoration that we've had so far, we've kind of put in like little angled off curved sections of the table. Put this closer to the center, I think. Okay, just had to do some readjusting there. I can't wait to see how my, what's the word for it? What's the word? My posture. I can't wait to see how my posture looks in this video. Last couple items. Back to this book. This is getting put away on top of it. Look at these. The dice. You can already hear how abrasive they are. These are the extra dice. We're just gonna set them aside right away. Okay. Last but not least, this item here. My favorite dice that I've featured on this channel so many times before, and dice dice that I use for my current character, the eyeball dice, and I know for certain it's not gonna focus on them, but there's a floating little like fake red eyeball in a liquid in here. And it does, in a way, have to do with my character, I guess. But I'm gonna get brand new dice for this character that I'm playing as in a little bit here. But that, I digress at this point. Okay. You guys, that's the last item we have today. Meaning that we've officially gotten this whole thing set up. I know that you guys ended up seeing the end result pretty early here, but I'm gonna show you once more. We'll get a light over that, and you'll be seeing it from a completely different angle. So the next upload that comes out right after this will have the correct angle and the correct lighting for you to be able to enjoy this very beautiful set that we've got a chance to create for the most cozy vibes possible. Instead of closing off right away though, I think we could just use a little bit more hand sounds. You guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. This is maybe one of the most anticipated and most exciting types of videos for me, and I cannot wait to create more. So, as compared to my typical fast and aggressive ASMR, getting a chance to slow down and introduce brand new props every single time is really, really cool. And I would ask for decorating suggestions, but I kind of like going off the dome with it. So I have two favors, if you will. I would like to know if anybody knows what that Two of Swords means for us. I'd really like to know. From the tarot we pulled earlier, if you missed out. And what should we name this bird? Oh gosh, this bird. What should we name this bird over here? The most liked comment. We will name that bird that. Thanks again for watching. I hope you have a great morning, day, midday, evening, night. Hopefully things are going right for you right now. Hopefully it stays that way. Remember to not take yourself too seriously, but also take yourself seriously. You deserve to be taken seriously. Drink plenty of water, eat plenty of food. Be nice to yourself and others. And if you don't like to, you don't have to, but if you'd like to, feel free to subscribe. Feel free to like, feel free to make any sort of suggestion you